Good night. My name is Stacy McKay, and this is my reflection on the MCHAT screening tool. The MCHAT screening tool screens children for autism spectrum disorders. I administer this screening tool on my 4-year-old daughter, Meline, and she did great. She had a score of 0, which means she is at low risk for autism spectrum disorder, and that no other actions are necessary unless in the future she displays behaviors that indicates that she is at risk for autism spectrum disorder. As her parent, I had no prior concerns regarding her development, and she had no indications of risk for autism spectrum disorder. I know this because I am someone who checks regularly to see if she's meeting her developmental milestones. The test, however, gave me greater assurance that my child is developing normally. I really enjoyed learning and using the MCHAT screening tool. For someone like me with some knowledge of screening tools, it was easy to figure out and administer. So obviously I learned how to administer the MCHAT, and I also learned how to score the MCHAT. But I think something greater that I learned was, because I administered with my child, I learned from the perspective of parents, that it can be a cause for anxiety to have your child tested. And from this experience, I learned that I need to ensure that if I should ever administer the MCHAT, I need to ensure that my clients are comfortable and relaxed. And so the environment need to be relaxing. I also need to answer all questions that parents may have, and I need to reassure parents that the MCHAT screening tool is something good. Screening your children for autism spectrum disorders is something good. If you screen your child and the child is developing normally, then you can be reassured that your child is fine. However, if the screening tool suggests that the child may need further assessment, then you know that your child is being given intervention at an early age. If the assessment shows that the child has, or diagnosed the child with autism, then you are also reassured that you are doing everything to help your child from an early age. And research has shown that early intervention in autism spectrum disorder greatly improves the outcome for children. The MCHAT screening, as I said, was easy to administer, and the process is fairly seamless. However, I see areas in which there can be improvement to make it even better. Some of the items on the corresponding examples could cause anxiety for some parents who may misinterpret questions, or whose children may not be able to relate to the examples given because it's not in their schema. I believe more examples should be provided, and examples should fit experiences of a variety of children. For example, it should fit the experiences of children in rural areas and minority children. Item 5 is a great example of what I'm talking about. It asks if your child makes unusual finger movements near his or her eyes. The term unusual is vague. I myself felt anxious answering this question because I did not know what hand movements were unusual. I would edit the question to describe these unusual movements. I think all the questions on the screening test were relevant. However, to improve the process, I would include a one-pager that gives a general explanation regarding the rationale for each question. For example, what area of development is question 1 testing and why? I would also include best practices for administrators to ensure parents and children are relaxed and comfortable during screening. That is my reflection on the MCHAT screening tool. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. Bye.